Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Warsaw for today's daily challenge. We are back. We will not have any roundabouts and bridges require double road tiles. Well, I missed you too, Mini Motorways. Honestly, go away for a week. Don't stream. By go away, I just mean, work and stuff. It's not like I went on vacation or did stuff that was massively fun or anything. I was just driving. But okay. So we come back for our first stream in a week, and what do we see? We see no roundabouts and double road tiles on bridges. Well, gee, thanks. If that doesn't make me want to say, "What's up, my fushy-wushy streamy bees? We're gonna play some video games and do some duties, but first it's time to look at heckin' papas." I don't know what is, really. It's a joke for one person who may or may not even be in the chat, but they could watch on YouTube. I don't know. Here we go. We've got this green over here. We'll do that. These two greens come up to here. These oranges go down that way. Sunflare Space was here first. Good afternoon, Sonny. Oh, God. All right, let me turn that speaker down just a little bit. Ow, my head. Scratched it. Good God. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Let's take... we should probably be safe and sensible and reasonable here and take the bridge, even if the game's gonna punish us for using it. There. You three houses come down this way. Oh, hi. Hi, hello. More bridge friends? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Perhaps no, in fact. We'll send this green down this way. Would love to get one more green over here. That doesn't necessarily look like it's gonna happen, but we'll see. Stranger things have occurred, I'm sure. At some point in the fullness of time in the universe and all that. Then, a second greenhouse spawning over here. Second greenhouse spawning over here would just be lovely. So, last week, as y'all know, we did 0 streams, it turned out. This week, well, listen, it's always tentative on Monday morning, so don't fall in love with that idea. I could not have timed that any better, by the way. I was not trying to sync that up with the end of the week. It just kinda happened. And as it just kinda happens, we have a full and complete, every stream that is possible is currently scheduled type of stream schedule, which is, fucking amazing. I also fully expect to get, told that I have an in-person job tomorrow and Thursday, which, I have 3 in-person jobs for next week already. So, we'll see. As with all things, we shall see, and we shall deal with things as they come to us. Now, we've got another orange over here. You know what? I'm going to steal this orange. That way we're going to try to minimize our bridge distance going this way, just to make up the fortunately it's not like slowed down or anything, and we can afford the double road tiles. It's just disincentivizing us from making big, long, stupid bridges, which I suppose is a good thing. Listen, nobody should be encouraged to make the biggest, longest, stupidest bridges in the history of the world or nothing. That does seem kind of dumb. Speaking of things that seem kind of dumb, what the hell is going on with this green arc here? I understand it. I'm the one who built it, so one would hope that I would understand it, but still, what the hell is going on there? Additionally, we've now got purples here, which may as well go off that way over to here. Give me a motorway. It's a longer, more flexible, non-double road tile costingly bridge. All of these things are good. Would you be better served coming, no, you'd probably be a less efficient shape if I was to focus on minimizing the river travelings. So, yeah, no, that's going to be just fine. This circle down here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses going into it. That's going to be wonderful. I think all of these buildings are in tremendous shape, actually, with the possible exception of this beigeness over here. Let's do that. I think if we do that, things will generally be safe for the moment. I saw, this is apropos of not quite nothing, but I saw over the weekend a lovely post. Dinosaur Polo Club tweeted about this, so it's not like I saw it independent of that, but DPC tweeted about this artist who made an actual tactile 3D diorama in tribute in the shape of Mini Motorways Los Angeles map. It is incredible. I'm going to put a link to first the Skeet, which the Bluesky post. Link to the Bluesky post is in the chat, and there's a 10-minute video of this guy Matthew Lim. That's his name. So link to that in the chat. Link to that YouTube video will be in the description as well. Check that out. This guy basically, he's like an electrical engineer or something with a 3D printer and some time on his hands and a really cool idea. He just made a diorama that he made two versions. One that kind of plays itself and one where you can actually move little sliders on a little map that is just a recreation of Mini Metros Los Angeles. Not Mini Metros, Mini Motorways. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Link to the YouTube video in the description and the chat for those watching live. And what the hell are we doing? It's a question we always ask ourselves, and now we must ask it anew. What in the fuck is going on? Alright, give me a bridge and 20 road tiles. Thank you very much. I think being thusly bridged, we should bridge these beiges. Yes, we'll bridge the beiges over here. The greens will go the long way, like so. Okay. This is all starting to make something resembling sense. Okay. Now, further bad times result from the fact that this purple circle really only has 3 houses of support. I could snake a 4th purple house in. The problem is it requires a minor restructurement of this orange road. And I'm so road strapped at the moment that I literally can't do that without having to pause and redo the thing. Okay. So now this orange house points up. That frees up this road tile, or this space on the map rather, for a road that comes in this way. And now we can have a 4th purple house go over here to support this circle. That is actually fine. You have spawned in a wonderful place and are now the first house going over to support this beigeness. With our final 2 road tiles, I'm going to do that. Give me... I'll take a motorway. If the game had offered me 30 road tiles or a motorway there, I would have had a long think. But, yeah, motorway versus traffic lights, not a dilemma. Now, what are we going to do for... no, why? Game. Mini Motorways, why? Alright. You point down that way. Jesus. Okay. Well, what if... Hold on. What if we do something exceedingly stupid? I'm a fan of the idea of doing something exceedingly stupid. If we swoop our beiges that way, this green can come up here and support that business. These two beiges then can go up there, support that beigeness. And, well, okay, problem the first, you've decided to be all rounded, which, yeah, no, nobody voted for that, but I never thought that business would go round, said someone who voted for the Rounding Businesses Party. Fuck. The Rounding Businesses Party is probably the title of the episode. I'm sorry. I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Good job, Goog. Lampshade that joke. Alright. Hi there, all the lime greens in the world. You have also come into existence recently. Cool. Let's go to Monday. Get ourselves another Motorways. Pretty tempting. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay. So, this purple business exists. That is basically cool. What we're going to do is chop this road right here. And I did retweaked the greens so that this purple can swoop in down here. Take care of that. That should be fine. We've got a circle up here. You know what? Let's chop all of this and get that going. So now these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beiges can go up that away. We also have 1, 2, 3 light greens. I could, combine both of these together, but, to hell with that. And now I have 12 whole road tiles. Well, look at me, just spoiled for riches. I'm going to put these beiges on a long road going over here to provide extra support than just, more than just this one house to this beigeness, because that seems like a good idea. Now, more lime greens. Oh, hi. Listen, I can't do anything with you right now, but if you get a friend, you got a friend. Oh, once I get more road tiles. Once I get a few more road tiles, I can reclaim motorway number 3. Oh, that'll be wondrous. Oh, I'll be very happy on the day that I can do that. The day that I can do that is, it's basically today. Like, I could chop these, and I could chop these, and we could do things that seem good and need doing, but, work, difficulty. What if shit changes? What if bad things happen? We can't do good things. What if bad things happen? It's the guiding principle of the Democratic Party. And also, they don't actually want to do good things. So they just say, what if bad things happen, as a cover for never doing the good things. Anyway, we'll take a bridge and 20 road tiles, and we'll redraw that for a second time. Should be fine. And now, let's put these 2 lime greens up to here. We'll just murder and chop motorway number 3. Is there anything that needs doing with that? I don't think so. I think we can just murder and chop motorway number 3. Furthermore, we can point these 4 greens down here, make it a nice 7 set, a septet. I guess it's a septet, although now it's an octet. An octet of light greens going on motorway number 1 into this circle should be fine. We also, kind of looking at this purple situation, I think we can do a little bit better than what we're presently doing. If we chop this road, we do have these 3 purples here. And they can do that. With the double cost of road tiles, that, eats up the last of my road. But I'm going to get all of this back just as soon as these purples clear out of here. I think this purple car is the final purple car to come that way. So once this goes, we start reclaiming some road tiles. And once we start reclaiming those road tiles, we can pop a couple more purple houses down this way, support this business, And I've got this guy just kind of delingering if we ever need additional support for over here, which should be fine and good. Speaking of things that should be fine and good, the fuck is going on with this orange? That's not actually a thing that should be fine or good. It just, interesting. Well, alright. Now see, the thing is, we can do this to keep the greens away from the oranges, and it creates this lovely, awful corner here. But, you know, we've got one of those down here, and I didn't even call it out, so we're just doing that today, I guess. I think the thing to do is motorway this, because, like, a bridge here would use up a shat ton of road tiles, pretty much no matter which way I did it, although, you know, a bridge there isn't actually that bad. Yeah, let's do that. I didn't see that path until I was talking about it, so we'll take another bridge. We now need to get purples up to here. Makes me feel real great about having saved all of this. You can... Whoop, no. Need you to be straighter than that. Thank you. I need you to be straighter than that is... Never mind. So these two purples will come up here. It's a fairly lengthy... What are we doing? Oranges. Really? Seriously? Why? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache, etc. Dipshits. Alright. We'll have you go up that way via motorway number 3. That'll be okay, I guess. God. Alright. This light green here spawned in a truly terrible location. Speaking of businesses that spawned in truly terrible locations, oh god, my nose. Ow. Hi there, dark green fucker. What's your deal? Dark green fucker was a Disney cartoon, right? Alright, motorway number whatever, 4? Yeah, we'll take motorway number 4. Am I gonna have to deploy motorway number 4, like, immediately? I think we might have to deploy motorway number 4, like, immediately. Nope. No, purple. Do better than that. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, I can't really draw anything. That's why I'm not an artist. These 3 greens will... Would it save road tiles to have them come through? It might save road to have them come through here, actually. If the 3 of you... sorry about that, tree. Everybody drop those bulldozers in the chat. Sorry, tree. So these 3 greens come up here. Apparently they're making a Happy Death Day 3, which, okay. I didn't know that movie necessarily needed a threequel, but it was fine and good and entertaining. A horror comedy Groundhog Day, fine. Not the worst thing that can happen on this earth, I suppose. All right. So you greens go up that way. Oh, hi. You've gone circular. That's... Well, I mean, I guess we're okay with it for now. Because, like, this orange circle down here is basically thriving. So, you can just do that. Just pull a... yeah. If we pull one of these oranges off of here and do a little bit of recombinating, then we've got 4 going down here and 3 going over here, which is basically fine. Ow, 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 ow. I scratched. This little Nightmare Kadush in here is, well, it's a bit of a problem, but I don't really see anything better that we can do given the close situations of the light green and such. So I'll take another bridge, because God knows we keep using bridges. This purple circle's starting to worry me just a wee tad. Is there any way that we can incorporate our... Not easily. Like, not in a way that seems good. I don't see a way to... Wait. I think I just found a way to do it in a way that seems good. If we take motorway number 3, we zoop it over here. That then frees up this square, which I can use in that manner. And this purple, at least, can sorta kinda get over to there. Also, a third light green just spawned down here, which means we have a third going up here. Sunny, you are not wrong. This is very, very plain. I don't want to say plain. Plain isn't the right, but it's very flat. It all feels just matte, I guess. Like everything's got a matte finish on it, which is kind of always the case, I suppose, in mini motorways, but especially here in Warsaw. That's where we are. I remembered where we are. Hey. But especially here in Warsaw, yeah. Low saturation, I guess. It almost feels like dry, if that makes sense. Now that's probably just the pale pink that reminds us of desert sands or whatnot. Take a second bridge, because that's probably going to be more useful than a third or fourth traffic light, given that we've gone most, if not all, of this run with 2 traffic lights here and have used exactly 0 of them. All right. Hi. You just went circular, which is bad. All right. We've got a developing situation. So, here's the... Here's the idea. We've got all of these beiges here, right? All of these beiges are ostensibly coming over here and supporting this business. And listen, some of them might. I'm willing to endorse the position that up to 2 of these beige houses are actually necessary for the love, care, and support of this beige square. And you know what? An additional 2 would be good just in case this ever rounds itself. But these 3 here, we don't need these 3. And this extra road tile is just an extra road tile. These 3 beiges are surplus to requirement. So, let's take motorway number 3 and toss it into the west end of this newly formed double plaza. Or rather, this newly doubled plaza. Because we've got a beigeness over here that needs beige support. So we'll do that. Now, these 3 light greens, having been liberated from the yoke of this demanding green circle, can come up here and go up there. And listen, friend, as soon as this motorway demotorizes itself, you can go up here. And then this green circle will be much better supported than it had previously been. Yay. However, that does leave the small problem of this thing. Fortunately, we have a plan. The plan is dudes. Specifically, light green dudes. Even more specifically, we're going to swipe these 5 light green dudes from up here. Before you get mad about robbing from this thing, we're just going to toss you down that away. Cool. So now we still have 5 coming over to here. We still have cars and driveways, even before we add a house. Should be fine. So we still have 5 coming over to here. Y'all 5, however, are going to make the ever so slightly lengthy trip going all the way over to here. And if any part of this plan, like if any individual piece of this is to go wrong, it's the let's have 5 light green guys take a very long trip over to support this circle part. That's the part about which I feel the most bad, and is therefore probably the most doomed. Or, honestly, it's something I haven't even considered. Like, somehow this beigeness in the corner is gonna fucking die, having been robbed of its, 8th, 9th, and 10th line of support. I don't understand how that would happen, but knowing my luck, it will. Until that happens, though, I'm feeling pretty good. We've got... Is it time for an east to west roundup? which used to be the West-East roundup, but then we remembered that since people usually read left to right, when you're actively searching for something, it's good to read right to left. Now note, when I say people, I mean like American Euro-Centric white people. Like me! I'm an American Euro-Centric white person. I'm sorry. I'm an American Euro-Centric white person is the new title of the episode. It's a bit of a lengthy one, but it's funny. Also, it's great for that sweet, sweet race-based SEO. That sweet, sweet race-based SEO would also be a good title for the episode, but, you know, now we're just beating a dead horse. I'm an American Euro-Centric white person. Hi, Peter S. You're also Euro-Centric. No comments about possible American white or person, but you're definitely Euro-Centric. I would say something about Eurocentrists, but they don't stand for anything, so you can't really make fun of them. Oh, political ideology burns. All right, you come over to here. We've got 7 orange houses coming down here supporting these 2. That seems basically fine. All right, is anything actively on fire? I don't see anything actively on fire, so let's go east to west, looking at businesses, and see what we can see. So this purple square down here, we'll take another motorway. This purple square down here is supported by these 3 purple houses up here. Sunflare Space has declared that she is heliocentric, which I believe means that you revolve around the sun. Which, oh, look at me, I revolve around the sun. I'm Sunflare Space. Ooh, it's in my name and everything. God. So these 3 purple houses support this purple business. We've got cars and driveways. This seems basically fine. Next is this beigeness over here. We've done a lot of discussing about the nature of this beigeness. It is supported not only by these 3 beige houses here, but at least for the moment, ostensibly by these 3 and these 2, making a total of 5, adding over to here. So we now have 8 beige houses supporting this one beige business. Okay. Seems fine. This next up is this green here. This green has a very simple, nice little short road. 1, 2, 3 houses, and you can see those 3 houses have like 6 cars. Yeah, 6 cars divided over those 3 houses, and 5 of them are presently in the driveways. So yeah, this business is fine. This business is going to be A-OK. This purple business here only has 2 houses of support, but it has a very, very, very short road. Demand is low. This should be fine. You would have to go around and then, oh, hi. Now we can add you to you. That'll be better. Great. While we're here, we've got 54 road tiles. Might as well do that. That house just spawned. Ow, my neck. Ow. All right. So yeah, this purple business, totally fine. Next up is this beige circle, which, starting to get a little antsy. Well, you know, we could snake a couple more houses of support to you. If we were to do that. I don't know if that's necessarily a great thing, because it does create a bit of a nightmare intersection right at your... I probably should have taken the traffic lights there. Like, I'm never going to need them, but as unlikely as it is that I need a 3rd or 4th traffic light, it's likelier that I need that than that I need the 30 road tiles I took. Oh well. So yeah, I just added a couple more beige houses to this beige circle. I guess this will be basically fine. Yeah, this doesn't look horrible. Like, this does have cars going in multiple directions, but it's actually functioning pretty well right now. So, yeah, not necessarily opposed to that. All right. This green up here has a little motorway number 4 action with these 3 green houses. You just got mad. Hi. Why, might I ask, are you mad? Would it have something to do with the fact that you're a big old circle that's supported by exactly 3 houses? It might, don't hold me to this, I'm just speculating, it might have something to do with the fact that you're a big old circle. It's presently being supported by exactly 3 houses, which doesn't seem like a lot of houses. Like if you add up all of the houses in the world and you only have 3 of them for this thing, it seems suboptimal. All right. Let's do some weird, funky bullshit. I'm a fan of weird, funky bullshit. All right. We're going to steal this purple house off of this road. We're going to replace it with this purple house, which had previously been doing nothing. So this purple house comes up over to here. That's a net of 0 houses from this business. Everybody bust out your bulldoze remotes again as we knock down another tree. You will snake down here, and now these 2 purples can be friends. However, this purple house here just spawned, and we do have cars and driveways on this road, so I think we can get away with stealing it. So what if we steal this purple house off of this road? We have all 3 of these purples come together at motorway number 5, which then swoops over here into this. I suspect that somehow this is going to be terrible, but I also suspected that about this, which worked out just fine. So, now one thing I do notice is that cars coming off the motorway here have to make a left turn to get into the parking lot rather than a right turn, and that's probably just bad, but don't worry about that. We're gonna pretend that it's fine. All right. Oranges are mad. Gross. I really don't want to steal any of these oranges away from this clusterfuck, which means that the oranges we have to solve this clusterfuck amount to these 4, which are presently doing stuff, and these 2, which on the one hand aren't, but on the other hand are separated from each other by a business. So it's probably bad. I have an idea. All right, you go back over to there. I didn't mean to chop that. We're going to just gently, ever so quietly. You know what? This will snake down here. There. So what we're going to do is we're going to take motorway number 6. We're going to drop it here. And now we've got 2 motorways coming together, zooping up here. You come up here, take a left, and go in. You come up here, take a left and a right, and go in. And this is just true and absolute nightmare fuel. No good shall come of this, I believe. Let's do it. Okay. Additionally, hey, you know what? A thing that's going to make life easier for most things, what if we just come down this way? Why weren't we always just coming down this way with this purple road? Why was this loopy a thing? I don't remember. Does anyone remember? Fucked if I know. All right. Off we go. Now, right, the reason I did that is to... Hold on. The reason I did that is so that these oranges are on the same road. And my idea was that I would motorway them down to here. The problem with that idea is that I've run out of motorways. Balls. Okay. New plan. What if we just bridge them? What if we just do that? What if these two houses just have a nice little water trip down this way into this orange neighborhood, and away they go down there? And now there's 4 more cars coming in here, smacking into the orange circle of truth and justice and such. That's conceptually decent, right? Right? Orange circle friend? Oh, orange circle friend seems mad. Yeah, we don't really have enough citrus fellas to make you not be doom fucked, do we? Yeah, you're just gonna effing die, aren't you? Yeah, it just effing died. So, well, listen, 3,259 computers isn't the worst score in the world. It is, in fact, in top 20%. So it's better than a great many people, not including Samurai Sam. Sam the Samurai may or may not have done better than us. So we'll drop those Samurai Slams in the chat, and that'll be fine. Listen, friends, we'll just do this, okay? Here. Here's our very good friend the Wordle. Y'all remember the Wordle, right? We're familiar with this thingy. Thingy. It could be thingy. It's not. It could be place. Okay, if it's not place or thing, it's got to be person. But person's a 6-letter word. So, okay. I'm sorry. I don't. We've eliminated 10 letters of the alphabet and learned nothing positive. So that's just great. It can't be brush. There's no H. It can't be rung. There's no N or G. It could be. It can't be boing. There's no I, N, or G. It can't be micro or macro. It can't be dream. It could be drumpf. No, thank God. It also is not kovfefe. So that's great. Let's get all of our awful resistance nonsense out there. It could be mokum. It could be mokum. No? All right. Well, I would say that the notion that it's mokum turns out to be hokum, but hokum is a word that contains an H, and there's no H in the puzzle, so yeah. Oh boy. All right. It could be a great many things. I'm sure there are still hundreds, if not thousands, of words that fit. It could be mossy. Could absolutely be, well, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It could be rummy. It's not rummy. But we're suddenly much closer. It could be, no, it can't be mummy. It can't be mummy because we know that first letter M was yellow. So it could be dummy, or I think it's pretty much just dummy. Oh, good. Hey, Goog, what's the wordle? Better yet, what did it make you feel like? Oh, wait, same answer. God. All right, well, let's feel better, question mark, with Time Guesser. Hello, Time Guesser. All right. This man over here is aware of the photography going on. Everybody else, not so much. So we've got somewhat lovely countryside aside from all of the houses and flags and such. I think that's Denmark? Is that a Danish flag? I don't think it's just it's not just a Union Jack without the Foopy-doos, is it? No, the Foopy-doos are kind of important. So is this Denmark? I suppose it theoretically could be. Is there like some big fancy gazebo? It's famous in Denmark. Are you the world famous Danish gazebo exhibit of 1906? I think this might be the famous Danish gazebo exhibit of 1906. It's yeah, okay. That was in Copenhagen, right? Copenhagen's in Denmark. Okay, all right. So this is part of the famous Danish gazebo exhibit of 1906. I don't feel great about this, but, it'll be fine. It's Norway. Norway's basically Denmark. Danemark. No, that's also wrong. A Danemark is someone who watches a lot of bad comedy on YouTube, which was me in 2005. So, Anyway, so we got a market stand of some kind. You appear to be selling tiny potatoes? Tiny potatoes. Okay. And powder. All right, so you got your tiny potatoes and powder for sale. Good. We've got... All right, here. We got bread. We got cars. We got dude with hat. I'm feeling Havana. I don't particularly know why. Just sort of feels Hispanic-y. Oh, well, we do have sort of a rickshaw-like thing. Should I be feeling more? No, I don't think we should be feeling more Asia. Should we? Indonesia. Oh, well, that might be a good pull. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, Havana was wrong. Oh, Havana was definitely wrong. All right. I don't think that's Korean. Indonesia suddenly makes a lot more sense, actually. Good pull, Peter S. Coca-Cola logo, kind of ubiquitous. Yeah, okay. So we're thinking somewhere Indonesia, 1955? 1955 feels broadly... Maybe 1950? These cars feel a little big for 55, but... 55. Yeah, okay. What's a big old city in Indonesia? Jakarta, right? Yeah, Jakarta. That one. Let's us all go to Jakarta. We'll go to East Jakarta for reasons. And we'll say that it's 1955. It was 1958. And also it was Bangkok. All right, fine. That's utterly reasonable. I'll take it. Hi there, dude who just won a race. All right. So, you are celebrating your victory in a racing event. These are fairly ultra-modern iPhone type deals. They got the 3 lens going on. So, given that and the presence but non-ubiquity of masks in the crowd here, I'm betting this is like 2022 or more recent than that. And the question is, what race did this number 48 here just win? It's not NASCAR, because NASCAR stock cars don't have spoilers. This does say Grazie. Graziello. Graziello. Oh, that's awful to say. Graziello. All right. So that's probably Italy. An Italian car. But, you know, there are Italian cars in, like, F1, and not all the F1 races are in Italy. Now, this isn't a Formula One car. I'm actually struggling to think of what circuit that is, because, like, Formula One cars look like Indy cars. IndyCar cars look like Indy cars. NASCAR racers, as previously stated, don't have spoilers like that. I think Formula E just looks like Formula One. The fuck race did you win, my guy? You didn't win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, did you? No. I mean, maybe, but... Huh. So you're an Italian car. What can we tell about any of the folks in the crowd here? You are a photographer of some stripe, but your thing just says course. And I can't really... Wait, is that... Oh, crap. Is that more... Crap. Our crowd... You know, our crowd seems mostly to be young Asian people and old white people. So, it's not entirely the case, but broadly speaking, demographically, young Asian people, old white people. And where would one find young Asian people and old white people? Probably Asia. So, does that actually help? Can we read what's on the yellow ribbons? Not really. We're kind of out of focus. Although, I cannot make out what this says. I think part of the reason for that, I'm inclined to believe that this is not English script. It doesn't explain why this is, but I'm starting to think that we're once again in like a Tokyo or a Seoul or a something like that. You're taking a picture of some Japanese text that's on this car somewhere. Okay. Yeah, you're shooting video. You have an R on your wristband. And that is in fact on your right hand, so good job, friend. Boy. You're wearing Under Armour, that doesn't help much. These air horns might say sport. Son of a bitch, where the fuck are we? That's not Fox TV Networks, that's some other Fox. Dear God. Oh, wait. Something de Macau Grand Prix. Okay, now the question becomes, where the fuck is Macau? Also, is this really 2017? I would not have guessed 2017, but now I'm absolutely guessing 2017, based entirely off of this. Right next door to Honga Konga. Okay. Let's not do the hard G's in Hong Kong, actually. All right, so we're in Macau. Good Lord. All right, I don't believe that you're saying it's 2017. I'm saying it's 2022, and if I'm wrong about stuff, I'm just going to be wrong about stuff. All right, do you have like an official racing track, Macau? Do you do all your shit at the Top Seek Multi-Sport Pavilion? I don't think you do all of your shit at the Top Seek Multi-Sport Pavilion, but, you know, auto racing's a sport. We probably need a pavilion of some kind for it. Oh, maybe it's the Lin Fon Sports Center. Oh, that's a very tiny sports center. Hold on. If we listen very softly, I think we can hear just how tiny that sports center is. See, it's very tiny, so it goes high-pitched. It goes... I'm very proud of that joke. Anyway. It's a very tiny sports center. Yeah, sure, let's say we're right here. And it's 2022. And if it turns out to be 2017, then I deserve it for not respecting the shirt. 2023, fuck you, the shirt! Also, we were in I'm very mean to the shirt that helped us get 4,900 points. I'm sorry, the shirt. All right. Next. All right. So we've got Stalin. Stalin's all supervising the class here, and everyone's all Petrika, socialism must. Which, listen, if socialism was a must, it would be a much better situation, but it's not. So, So we're probably, say, somewhere in Russia. Say, sometime when Stalin was in charge of shit. That narrows it down, I suppose. Moscow, 1950. Stalingrad, 1950. Hold on. Stalingrad became Leningrad, became St. Petersburg, right? That's what happened? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened. We're going to go with that being what happened. So Stalingrad became Leningrad, became St. Petersburg. So we might as well suggest that we're in St. Petersburg in, we'll say we're right here at the corner of street and road in 1951. 1953 in Hungary. Okay. Maybe would have pieced together that that's Hungarian and not Russian, but fuck it. Next. Hi, Barack. Well, it's Barack Obama doing something, so we know it's not post-presidency. So you're ringing a famous bell. Okay. Listen, buddy, it's 7:52 and we still have to do the Immaculate Grid, and I have to be on a Zoom call at 9, and I want to shower and shit before then, so we're just gonna guess. Oh, where's Angkor Wat? Is there a big old fancy bell at Angkor Wat? I don't know. What language is this? Couldn't tell you. So Barracks here is bonking a bell in, well, if he's bonking a bell, maybe he's not banging his, never mind. We're going to say that he's in Ho Chi Minh City. Seems like a terrible guess. Let's do it. You, my dear friend, Mr. Former President, are in Ho Chi Minh City in, what level of gray Obama is this? This is a pretty gray Obama. I'm going to say this early second term Obama. This is 2013. That's how you tell. Like, the presidency ages everyone, but you can especially tell it with Barack Obama. Ironically enough, the two most recent presidents have not been aged by the presidency because they were both already cooked geriatric motherfuckers. Anyway, this is Myanmar. It's 2012. We'll go with that. Final score 37-751. Halfway decent. I hereby proclaim my performance in today's Time Guesser to be halfway decent. Now, for the Immaculate Grid, we need dudes who played for the Red Sox, the Giants, the Rockies, the Brewers. We need right fielders, left fielders, and we should do it. Yeah. All right. A dude who played for the Red Sox and Rockies is Kurt Leskanik. A dude who played for the Brewers and Red Sox is Jeff Supin. And a dude who played right field for the Red Sox. Well, imagine, if you will, if you had Marcus Lynn Betts, starting shortstop for the 2025 Los Angeles Dodgers, on your baseball team. Anyway, it's Trot Nixon. We're going to say Trot Nixon is a dude who played right field for the Boston Red Sox. Good job, Goog. Dude who played right field and left field is Manny Ramirez. He did both of those things. Dude who played left field for the Brewers is Jeff Cirillo, probably, but we're going to take the layup and say Ryan Braun. Dude who played left field for the Colorado Rockies is Scott Podsednik. I bet I was right. Cool. Now, let us name some Giants. A dude who played right field for the San Francisco Giants is Hunter Pence. A dude who played for the Giants and other teams, though. Oh, this might be difficult. Let's see here. Well, let's name some Giants and see if they were Rockies or Brewers. That seems reasonable. Barry Bonds was a Giant, neither a Rocky nor Brewer. Jeff Kent, Buster Posey, Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain was neither a Rocky nor a Brewer. Barry Zito, neither Rocky nor Brewer. Madison Bumgarner. Pablo Sandoval was neither a Rocky nor a Brewer. Oh boy. Marco Scutaro was a Rocky. I'm pretty sure Marco Scutaro played for the Rockies. Marco Scutaro played for the Rockies. Good pull, Goog. Now let us name a Giant Brewer. Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch is a Giant No? Alright, fine. Shit. Robin Yount was a Brewer, but not a Giant. Ben Sheets was a Brewer, but not a Giant. Randy Johnson was a Giant, but not a Brewer. Yorvit Torrealba was a Giant, and I don't believe he was a Brewer. Sal Fasano was a Brewer. Wait. Sal Fasano? Sal Fasano? Really? Am I going to say Sal Fasano? Am I going to risk an immaculate grid on Sal Fasano? Oh, I don't feel good about it. Ray Durham was a Giant, not a Brewer. Ricky Weeks was a Brewer, not a Giant. Bob Uecker was a Brewer, not a Giant. Fuck. Henry Aaron was a Brewer, but not a Giant. Willie Mays was a Giant, but not a Brewer. Sal Fasano, though. Sean Chacon was a Giant, I think. He was definitely a Rocky. Fuck. Sal Fasano? Oh, damn it. Doug Mirabelli was a Giant. Not a Brewer, I don't think. Mother... I don't feel good about Sal Fasano anymore. I don't want to do this. Fuck. Andrew McCutcheon. Andrew McCutcheon was a Giant and a Brewer. Okay. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. We are once again looking at a full and complete stream schedule. For now, things may change. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.